Are you easily distracted that being productive in your business is a struggle? Do you feel that whatever you do and no matter how long you work, you still can't get your tasks done as scheduled? Are you always physically and mentally tired, stressed, unable to focus, and often cranky? If so, you are in the right place because in this video entitled 4 Simple Tips to be Productive in Your Business, you learn how to focus more, accomplish more in less time, have a balanced life, and still have a successful growing business. Hi! Welcome to Mami Negosyo's Business Tips number 54. Now, before we dive into our lesson, let me first tell you Kathleen's story. Who is Kathleen? Well, she's a 30-year-old mentee who's a single mom to a 2-year-old son. She already runs a business selling educational toys and imported clothes for toddlers. You can guess that her little boy inspired her to venture into this kind of business. Kathleen sells her products online. She's very active on Facebook where she gets most of her customers. When she decided to widen her network by looking for resellers, she got busier than ever. And having a toddler wasn't easy for a single mom juggling her business. She wanted to make sure that supplies were enough. And so, she would do her best to answer all inquiries from people who wanted to try reselling her products. And just like any other solo entrepreneur, Kathleen would be busy doing the follow-ups, creatives, customer service, inventory, etc. And even though her mother lives with them to help take care of her son, she still had lots of tasks to do. Very often, her mother would complain that she's too busy with her business and that she had limited time to play with her son. Another problem is that when she has things to do, she would easily get distracted from the constant notifications on her phone to a son wanting his mommy's attention. Mommy, mommy, let's play! Mommy, mommy, look, oh! Sometimes she couldn't help getting annoyed, and when she's on the phone, she would lose track of time. It was hard for her to focus. Now, fearing that she might not be able to meet the demands of her business, Kathleen decided to do something about it. Mommy and I'm ashamed to say this, but I admit that I would often lose track of time scrolling on my phone. 1 minute I'll be answering inquiries and soon I'll be looking at posts and videos just for a bit of entertainment, and then I realize that I've already wasted 45 minutes. I'd feel guilty for being unproductive. I'm sure you can relate with Kathleen. Why do we get distracted? You see, we usually get distracted when we're tired or stressed. Do you know that distractions are actually our way of coping? Now, in Kathleen's case, she realized that she was doing the work of more than one person. This made her exhausted and stressed most of the time. Mommy Ann, I know what I'm supposed to do, but the problem is that I can't bring myself to do it. All I want is to do them right away so I can enjoy more free time. So I asked Kathleen, other than other online distractions, do you find yourself doing any of these typical time wasters for business owners like constantly checking emails or private messages, multitasking, interruptions, pleasing everyone? And she replied yes to all these. Now, how do we let go of the things that don't help us get our tasks done? Is time management the answer? At first, she thought that improving her time management skills would do the trick, and that's what she did. Kathleen even downloaded apps that will help her manage her time better. But still, she didn't have the discipline to be more productive. If I can't manage my time, then what else should I do? She asked in exasperation. Many of us have the same problem, right? As they say, time management is the effective use of our time to get our tasks done on schedule. From experience, time management is usually not the problem. It's also not the solution to being productive. You see, we cannot manage time. Instead, it's about self-management and managing priorities. Here are 4 simple tips to be productive in your business. Number 1, Create a commitment list for the next day before you sleep. In fact, I require each one in my team to practice this and post it in our group chat so that we know what each one is doing and how we can support one another. And it's a big help for us to be reminded of what we need to do for that day. Breaking our big monthly goals into small goals daily is more doable because we don't feel overwhelmed. Number two, find your golden hours. This is your most productive time of the day. Keep track of your time and soon you'll figure out what time of the day you're most focused or most productive. Some say their golden hour is in the early hours of the morning. Others say that they work better at night when everyone is asleep. Mine is from 1 to 3 p.m. when my husband is taking a nap and the TV is quiet. Number 3, prioritize. Do the urgent and important tasks as soon as possible. For example, deadlines, pressing problems, last-minute preparations. Sometimes we think that a certain task is urgent and important, but in reality, it's not. You can save that for another time or another day. Number 4, delegate. Now, if you did all of the above and still things are not working for you, you may be doing the work of 10 people. When your business grows, you need to bring people in. Kathleen tried all 3 tips. It took her time to develop the habit, and she became more productive. But before long, she decided to just delegate. She decided to hire a part-time virtual assistant to help her with product posting and inquiries. And Kathleen now enjoys helping resellers and selling more of her products. Even if she's busy, especially during mornings, she still manages to spend more time with her son when she's free. Now, was that helpful? I'd like to hear about your takeaways in the comments below, okay? And join our community by clicking the link below to learn more. This is Mommy and your Mommy Negosyo saying, be business-minded, Pinoy.